Hey guys, Iron Man here with All Pro Football 11. I want to talk about the maneuverability of the locomotion in this game, and this is really directed to the Backbreaker faithful. I always talk in this game about in Backbreaker about a locomotion system, and a lot of people they're like, why do you want a locomotion when we have other problems that need fixing, seemingly way more. When I talk about a locomotion system, I don't mean the core running animations. I mean a system. When I say a system, I mean a group of animations that are tied to the locomotion. For example, cut turns, cutbacks, jukes, spins, combinations of jukes, this kind of animation, a cutback, and then a cut, or actually a stutter step. That's what I'm talking about when I say an animation system. When I talk about an animation system, a locomotion system, I'm talking about maneuverability. The word of the day, maneuverability. In Backbreaker, there is no maneuverability. Reason why? First of all, the handoff animations carry you pretty much to the line of scrimmage. You have no control over your player until he gets to about a yard behind the line of scrimmage, roughly. And second of all, the prep step. I can't stress it enough. There's no problem with the prep step. I like the idea that morpheme. Your player can't just transition roughly, kind of like this. It's not too bad. Madden's really the king of the bad transitions. But morpheme, you can't. Every transition is smooth. As a result, you get the two-step prep step, which is the two stutter steps before every cut turn. As a result, you lose user control and you lose maneuverability, and a run like this is not humanly possible in Backbreaker. Now, when I talk about the locomotion system and what I would like to see in Backbreaker, look how LT stays squared up to the line of scrimmage the entire play, even though I'm turning left. So even though my guy is maneuvering himself to the left, he's still staying squared up, which is something, once again, that you cannot do in Backbreaker because there is no locomotion system. What would happen if I tried to do this in Backbreaker is right there when I hit left on the left stick. This is all left stick, by the way, except for the stutter step. This whole movement right here is all left stick. When I hit left on the left stick, he would have done his prep steps and he would have ran straight into the back of this lineman and fall over. If he didn't fall over, then he would have cut to the left. He would have done the generic cut animation, which is the only less than 180 degree cut animation, and he would have completely turned his body to the left to be facing straight that way. This way. Instead of keeping his body squared up to the line of scrimmage. But because this game has a locomotion system, he stays squared up. And that's something that I would like to see in Backbreaker. Like I said, the prep step is not bad, but it needs to be a lot quicker because it really takes away user control. A huge theme in video game football, the balance of user control and realism. Madden veers on the side of user control, as most of you guys know. The locomotion system, that was Madden's selling point. Actually, that was NCAA football's selling point. Madden's was game flow, but that was one of their selling points, was locomotion. The problem that I have with the locomotion is it veers way too much towards user control and not enough towards realism. What I mean by that is turn rates, for example. They didn't add realistic turn rates because they want the user to be in control at all times, so I can turn on a dime and run the exact direction that I want at all times without animations representing the run and the cuts. There is no cuts. I mean, this play, I actually had a different play that I got like a 40-yard run, which was probably one of my best plays, where I actually did, I think, this specific cutback animation, and then I cut upfield instead of, this situation I did a stutter step. But in my other one, I actually did this animation and ran into this defensive tackle, but he was facing the other way, so he couldn't tackle me. There was no motion shifting or anything, and I just cut straight upfield, and I completely threw off the path of the defender. I mean, this is locomotion at its finest. Not just the offense, that linebacker. I mean, he does the proper thing. You know, he redirects himself at a good angle, and the slightest change of speed completely alters the angle, and I get past him. And the reason why my guy keeps dabbing and stuttering is because I hit right on the right stick, not up. I don't really know why, but it was just a reaction. But I want to see, you know, Backbreaker, natural motion. They've said that they don't have a problem with disk space. They have plenty of disk space. You know, not just the lack of catching animations. I want them to put a locomotion system. And just imagine this play with the Backbreaker cam. I mean, here I'll see if I can get a good Backbreaker cam. I mean, just imagine pulling off this run with the Backbreaker cam. You know how satisfying that would be? I mean, that would be awesome, pulling this run off with a Backbreaker cam. You know, I can't follow it fast enough. This really happens too fast. That's like what it would look like right there. I mean, just imagine that. And then with euphoria, euphoric interactions with the offensive and defensive line, that would be absolutely beautiful. And you know, there's no question the talent that Natural Motion has on their development team. Todd Gibbs, take notes and make it happen. Because I don't, you guys can say, oh, it's not important. Believe me, if they added these kind of locomotion animations into the game, if they added a locomotion system in Backbreaker and made it, at least somewhat similar to this one, we would be in for a treat. Todd Gibbs, take notes and deliver. I know you can. You guys have talent. Probably one of the best development teams I've ever seen. I mean, that's beautiful. Iron Man, thanks for watching. Last thing, let me know what you guys think. I mean, I've said it before, I'll say it again. I only have one point of view. The more point of view, the better. 20 point of views is better than one. Hell, 2 point of views is better than one. If only one of you wants to comment on this, fine. It's better than one. It's better than just me. So comments, tell me what you think. If you disagree, tell me why you disagree. If you agree, tell me why you agree. Thanks for watching.